Saturday morning here in the Philippines, and we just finished our Saturday morning feeding at the sawmill and here in our barangay. Lynn would like to be here with me right now, but she's not because she's having to entertain our daughter, Linza. Linza is very needy this morning for some reason. I don't know why, but she's attached to her mom's hip today. I want to thank you guys so much for your thoughts, your prayers, for sharing our videos, for your donations, for everything. It's this week we don't have a lot of funds, but whenever we do have extra funds, we like to bless people. And this week we've been able, with the extra funds, purchase medication for a lady who has stage 4 cancer that is spread all over her body, even into her bones, and we were able to buy multiple types of medication for her to keep her comfort level at best as possible. We also had the funds to continue purchasing daily meds for a child in Pagadian City that has about 5 or 6 seizures a day if they don't have this particular type of medicine. So we were blessed to be able to do that. On top of that, today we were able to provide ice cold juice packs again with Shoe Pal. And it's amazing. The kids love the juice packs. They love the Shoe Pal, and you know, it may be the best meal that they have all week. And so it's something that really sticks with them, and they remember it. And so it's thank you guys so much for making that possible. And as you are blessed, please continue to bless us so that we can bless more and more of the children. You know, I come here from the United States of America, and you know, the first 45 years of my life I lived in America, and you know, I was never rich. I always complained about never having enough. You know, I thought that if you would ask me, I'd say I'm poor, you know, or lower middle class, you know, and I'd complain about what I didn't have instead of just being happy with what I had. Because, you know, in all that time, all that 45 years, even though I said I don't have nothing, I was complaining, wish I could just win the lottery, you know, and all that stuff, which thank God I didn't, because back then if I'd have won the lottery, God would have had to have worked overtime to keep me alive, because I would have spent it on all kinds of stuff that was meant to kill me. But anyway, even though I thought I had nothing, I had more than most people in the world, the real world, could ever imagine. I never went without. I never really went hungry, you know. And I see people nowadays post things on Facebook, you know, they'll post pictures of food and stuff, and I'm like, oh man, you know. And I'll say, that looks so good, you know, it looks really good, because I have grown accustomed here to live off fish and eggs and rice, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Same thing every day. Some days we'll have some chicken, you know. And if we're blessed, we'll have bananas, some mango, maybe some papaya. But I have more than most, you know. And I tell people in America what my diet is here, and they're like, man, I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. You'll be surprised what you can do, you know. Here lately, my nanay has been conditioning me to learn to eat a jungle diet, and that's basically just rice with some pieces of dried fish, eating wild plants. She knows all the things that are edible, the things that are not. She's been teaching me that, you know, because she says you never know, but look around you. Everything that you need is provided for you. See, I've lived in both worlds. I've lived with a life of abundance, and now I've lived in a world where it's not like that. And you know, I am happier today than I've ever been in my entire life. So much more happiness with less and more. I think that's why I like the writings of Paul so much, because Paul had everything in the beginning. He was amongst the religious leaders and stuff, he was always getting patted on the back, got the best spot to sit whenever they would have feasts and everything. You know, it was like it was just, you know, he was on top of the world. But then he got slapped in the face with the truth. The truth knocked him off his horse one day on his way to Damascus. You know, his name was Saul. His name got changed to Paul. And Paul means humble in Greek. So Saul became humble. And he said, learn to be content with what you have. That's why Paul and Silas were praising and singing praises to God even when they were in prison. Think about that. I love you all. God bless.